Hey everybody, how's it going tonight? Welcome on into the channel. This is WagWorksGA, and I am Jeff, or Wags. Yeah, and we do art here, so happy to have you in tonight. Just gonna be a couple hour stream here, working on some kids' comics. WagWorks is the studio name my wife and I made up for our creative team. That's us. She's the writer, I'm the artist. Yeah, and as I said, we do kids' comics, so you'll see that here. We just finished a piece for an anthology project that we're going to be part of. That's actually going to start the Kickstarter, in less than a month, the 22nd of April. That's going to go live. So we might be doing some special extra streams here in a bit for that. In a bit, meaning this month. Talk with some of the other creators that are on the project. Maybe playing some art games, because that's fun. So there's that. That's like ages 9 through 12 is kind of the target there. We also work on some younger stuff, ages like for grades kindergarten through 5th grade, with a little bit of educational content. We do that as part of Core Toons. Alexei, oh my goodness, welcome on in. Good morning. It's is it 5 a.m. for you? Is that what you said last time? That's crazy. But yeah, Core Toons, we do Core Toons, and that's good times. Thank you for the follow, by the way. All right, I appreciate the follow and the will to offer suggestions. Thank you. Hope you're having a good night. It is. Oh my goodness. How are you still awake, Alexei? Wait, are you still awake or did you wake up? I know last time you said you were just up all night. Anyway, kids comics is what we do largely here, but you'll also see other comics, like just regular general audience slice of life stuff that we like to do. Also video game fan art, because I love games, in case it wasn't immediately apparent from all this. I'm pointing behind me. Still awake. Oh my goodness. Alexei, hold on a second, I need to find my volume button. I forgot to adjust my... Where are we? Okay. There we are. Yeah, that was very loud. Wow. Okay, cool. Maybe you can hear me better now. Yeah, your sleep schedule. So wait. So you weren't just doing the crazy sleep schedule for Ramadan, or I'm curious about how you actually function this way. You're scared that I do ASMR at that volume. No. Well, fortunately, also that was just my desktop audio for the music. My mic audio is much better set. But this is recovery period. Okay. So it's fasting from sunrise to sunset. Is that correct? For basically a whole month? Because, yeah, if that's the case, I definitely understand the recovery period. Dawn to sunset. Okay. Ooh. That is impressive dedication. Absolutely. So yeah, while we're hanging out here, yeah, the biggest announcement is the Kickstarter is coming up for the Kids Comics Unite anthology project. A group of 33 of us, 29 different comics, and yeah, we're gonna get a printed copy. It's pretty cool. We're gonna make that, and we're also gonna, I think, offer a digital copy as well. But Ashley and I wrote a 4-page comic that'll be part of that. The whole book is like 176 pages or something like that. So we're really excited to see it, to hold our work in our hands. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. That's the biggest thing on the horizon. We're still working on Core Toons updates and stuff. I'm doing some very fun experiments with puppets puppets and VTubers, not like hand puppets, like digital. Adobe calls them puppets. You also have to not cuss or lie while fasting. Your vocabulary has been affected by the cussing part. Understandably. Who gives a shawarma? That's a good way to do it. I would take that. I mean, I would use that regularly. Honestly, though, I've kind of like, you know, clearly with young kids, and then also creating content for kids, I just kind of have gotten out of the habit of using it because I'm like, I don't want to slip up and like say it. So I'm thankful for that for the most part. Because there's also, I think, you know, shawarma is, I think, a lot more fun way to express frustration. Thank you, Ashley. Like a ninja, she hops out of the shadows to drop the that's the URL for the Kickstarter, the preview page for the anthology that we'll be part of. Yeah. So April 22nd it goes live, and we are just very excited to hold it in our hands. Good work. She's just right over there. You can't see her because, again, ninja. But yeah, so Core Toons is going on. I'm trying to think if there's any other big announcements I have. I think that's the main excitement. Can you think of anything? Okay, so nothing else there. Our favorite, you are Alexei's favorite stream ninja. Congratulations. Yeah. She says thank you. Yeah, so in the next month or so, to help create some recorded material and promote the anthology, as well as just to have some fun, I'll be doing some probably maybe some on Thursday nights, but maybe some additional streams daytime here in the States, stuff like that, with some of the other creators to have fun. So I'm excited to do that. I still need to just remember and figure out how I want to do silent streams, which I'm gonna do. I'm working on art most nights for at least a little bit, and why not share that with you guys? So we'll see about that in the near future as well. Yeah, I think that covers it all. So let's go ahead and get into warm-up time. Alexa, you know the drill. But for those of you who haven't been here before during warm-up time, I warm up with... Sorry, I'm trying to do something else while I'm talking, because that always goes well. I warm up with these guys. So I pick 4 to 6 of them randomly before stream, or maybe not so randomly. Ones that I think might be fun to draw, or in some cases interesting or challenging. And then I randomly pick from those pre-picked ones right here. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Do you wanna do it?
Show the options?
I didn't show the options before, but these are the options tonight. Wait, we gotta get Rhyhorn. Yeah, there we go. Can you tell that I trained to be meteorologist? I can't.
I like this one.
You like Pachirisu? Me too. We'll see. Do you want to just play the, I am your co-creator? Okay, so random draw? All right. Ashley does get the free I am your co-creator, and therefore I can pick what I want card. But she says random draw, so we're going to stick with it. And what do we get? We got Rhyhorn. We got Rhyhorn tonight, which is a fun one as well. Amazing. All right, so I'm going to pull up a quick reference to drop right on in, because references are incredibly helpful. Okay. All right, and I can go ahead and zip on over to art. Pew! I love that. I crack myself up every time, and then I talk about it, and that's what I do, and it's fun. All right, cool. So this is the guy. I'm gonna resize this a little bit. Give myself a little more real estate. I'm going to label my layers. Always a good habit. Or Rhyhorn. Which of the two things that you usually draw are you going to do? Well, Rhyhorn will be sleeping. That remains my creative constraint that I like to use to kind of spark things and force myself to spend less time debating what I want to draw. Probably not on a tree, although now that you say it, that is hilarious. All right, and I need to also put the name in. Ashley has requested, because she is kind enough to upload my videos for me, and it helps to know the name of the Pokemon. He's like a rhino made out of rocks.
I mean, he's kind of cute.
He really is. Wait, that is Rhyhorn, right? Not right on. Yeah. Yeah. Just making sure. What kind of Pokemon fan am I? How do rhinos sleep? Wait. They actually, so I've been to a few zoos that have had rhinos, and when we've seen them sleeping, like, they actually do lay down a little bit, and they kind of just look like a rock. If you don't look closely, which is really, really interesting. Okay, so I've got my name. Well, not my name. My name isn't Rhyhorn, obviously. Got the Pokemon name. Got the reference art. Got the sketch. Got my coffee. Now all I really need is, a timer, because I didn't start that yet. So the deal with warm-up is it's 5 minutes, just to loosen up. We are not creating any finished pieces here. We're not creating any detailed, amazingly rendered sketches. We are just loosening up and having a little bit of fun. So I, as always, encourage you to draw along with, because art is fun. So 5-minute timer starts now. Now. Zoos aren't common here in Saudi. Interesting. Okay. I will admit I have been kind of spoiled. I grew up where I grew up in central Wisconsin. We actually had a small zoo, a small free city zoo just across the street, with mostly indigenous species. We did for a while. They did have some gibbons, which, if you are familiar with that kind of monkey, or even if you're not, they're loud. They're very loud. That makes sense. I mean, I could see if they did like an indigenous kind of thing. So animals that are already kind of suited to it. But yeah, that's a valid point. So it's got kind of the Triceratops type thing going on. And then the ridges. Kind of has like that plate. The armor plates are very fascinating for this one and kind of add a unique challenge to it, which is kind of fun. Saudi millionaires and billionaires decide too often to have exotic animals like lions as pets. Whew. Because why are you putting your hand in a lion's mouth? Always a really good question to ask, honestly. Why hand in lion mouth? Why? Some people just need to feel alive. No, I don't really know. Oh, Siegfried and Roy?
Yeah,
Did he get was he killed by a lion?
I don't know.
Did Siegfried? And which one? I remember hearing that one of them passed. I didn't remember how or which one. And in the video, he was telling the lion to bite him. Why would you dare a lion to bite you? It's just like, I don't know. I feel like there are some individuals who feel that they have something that they have to prove to the world. Like they are angry and they need to try to prove that they are somehow in control by enforcing their will upon others and creatures as well. And the bigger the fish they can enforce their will on, the more, I don't know, validated they feel. Oh, what did Ashley say? She was talking about, well, I think they were world famous, but here in the States at least, there was a pair, a team of lion tamers. I think they went by the stage name of Siegfried and Roy. And in the last, I guess, 5 years maybe, one of them passed, and we were trying to remember if it was actually, they actually were eaten or attacked, mauled by a lion. Siegfried and Roy. Okay, I'm looking this up now because it's too interesting. I'm gonna pause the timer. Gotta save those 45 seconds. It's very
German American.
They were German. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Siegfried Fischbacher and Roy Horn were German-American magicians and entertainers who performed together as Siegfried and Roy. They were best known for their use of white lions and white tigers in their acts. The pair met on a cruise ship and began to perform together on ships and in European clubs and theaters. In 1967, they began performing in Vegas, headlined a show starting in 1990 at the Mirage Resort. And their performing career came to an end. It was not 5 years ago. It was much longer ago. Wow. In 2003, when Roy was critically injured by a tiger during a performance. Yes, you absolutely, yeah, you called that one. Yeah, that's the 2003 tiger incident. Attacked by a 7-year-old white tiger named Manticore.
That didn't kill.
They veered off script, and Roy held the microphone to the mouth and told him to say hello. Oh yeah, so then the tiger bit his sleeve. He tapped the tiger on the nose and got him to release it, but he was like fixated on Roy. And then as he stepped away, the tiger leapt at him, swinging at his legs and knocking him off his feet. He was bitten in the neck and dragged off stage. Okay. They had to spray the tiger with fire extinguishers. He survived, but it was impaired motor and verbal abilities. So yeah. Yeah, that's the story. That is. I can't believe that was 2003. Wow.
Yeah, he survived. It was COVID that killed him.
Oh, he survived, and it was COVID that actually killed him. Wow. Wow. No, they didn't die. I mean, he was severely injured from the attack, but did not die. Again, it was COVID that actually killed him. I know. I mean, I get it though, right? Like, it's horrible to ask, but it's like, oh, did the tiger actually do it? But no. I guess the tiger really did not want to say hello to the people. That feels in poor taste to say that now that I think about it and hear myself say it out loud. Something like that. I need to restart the timer or finish my timer. It did. It did still change. It changed the world. Yeah, I know it was interesting for us. It was actually during the first month of lockdown here that our son's epilepsy like presented itself, or at least in the major way that made us finally click that, oh, our child has epilepsy. Um, so we went through several life-changing things all at once at that moment. You got into a car chase with the police? I mean, I appreciate at least that if you're gonna defy lockdown orders, it's like for your grandmother to like help her out. That's at least that's like a caring, noble like cause. But that's an incredible story, Alexei. Honestly, did I ever tell you about the time I got into a police car chase over COVID? It's good times. Your dad pulled a movie move on it. That's a pretty movie move. I would agree with that assessment. All right, so yeah, pretty happy with this. It's a rough sketch, but I think I've got the basic shape there. Typically after this, if I were to come back and want to finish it, I would go ahead and move into pencils, which is like a cleaner, more detailed sketch. I usually decrease my brush size a little bit to let me get a bit more of the detail in there. And then go to inks, which are your final lines, and then color shading. All that. I would also probably draw a background. Pulled a corner and turned the car off, and the police drove past you. I love that actually worked. That is excellent. Kids, don't try this at home. I don't think any kids actually watch this stream, but people watching, don't try that at home or anywhere else, really. Definitely don't drive a car into your house and try it, unless it's a garage. You can go into a garage and turn off the car. That's fine. That's probably fine. I like how I had to walk that one all the way back and then back forward. No one try this unless it's for your grandma. Do it for Granny. Sorry, I really like that story. That's great. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and save this. My goal as always with this is just to get to a good starting point. So if I wanted to come back and finish this later, I'd feel like, okay, I could develop this a bit further. Sometimes they're a bit rougher than others. This one is pretty solid, if you ask me. All right. Warm-ups. And today is... Goodness gracious, today is already April. Yeah, let's see, let's get that. We all survived April Fool's Day on the internet, so that is good. Although honestly these days, I don't know what they could put out that's like more bizarre than the actual news, at least here in the States. Yeah. Maybe if they put like, everything is normal, things are great, that would be like the joke. But at any rate, we're gonna do some comics tonight. He had to pull into a random parking spot and turn the car off. That is, I love it. I love that worked. And it makes sense when you see it on TV and movies, but you never think that, like, no, certainly. That's awesome. All right, so yeah, we were inking a comic. I've got my G pen, and we're just gonna keep going. I think when I last saved, I had fixed Chloe's mutant gigantic hand. We're just gonna keep going. This is the first in a planned series of a few comics. Ashley has been writing on composting for our Core Toons project. This is our younger veering comic, Sunny Skies, targeted for ages like grades kindergarten through 2nd grade. You thought the terrorists were everyone with the April Fool's joke. It sure is an interesting time to be alive. That's all I can say. Don't mind me, I was also just making the face of my character, because I always do that. Um, yeah, I was excited about though. That was not an April Fool's joke. Was the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal? I thought that was pretty cool. I am admittedly a huge Nintendo fanboy. Get into acting, but for comic frames. Honestly, they say that animators, there's a kind of a common saying that they are simply actors with pencils. And I feel like, well, animation, a series of pictures in sequence, just like comics. So it pretty much is the same thing for comic artists, right? I think this arm might be a little bit thick. I can tone that down a little bit. That is a gigantic eraser. What was I doing? Clearly erasing something. I will say, reading to my kids, I love doing like reading graphic novels with them and doing like all the voices. It's really fun. You're so excited about when people pointed out the price of the games. You had a mini aneurysm. So we are what you would call a slow adopter family. So I hadn't, I figured we probably wouldn't be looking at it anytime in this immediate release window. So I guess I was a little bit less focused in on the price point, assuming that over time it's gonna drop. But yeah, it's pricey, but I'm like, is it? How does it? I didn't see what the actual price point was. How does it compare to like a PS5 game? Oh, she wants one immediately because the current Switch is broken. Well, yeah, and it's nice that it has the advantage of playing your whole Switch library. The backwards compatibility was one of the things I was really hoping they announced. I just want Nintendo to do well. Like, so it's I'm excited when they announce stuff that I like that is super cool, and like I had a really I have a real fondness for the GameCube as a system, so I was so excited when they announced the Switch Online like GameCube stuff. That was great. Oof. So Nintendo Switch 2 exclusives are 90 for physical and 80 for digital, and 30. Oh, so 30 to upgrade it from the Switch version to the Switch 2. For the ones like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, all those. Yeah, that's really expensive. That's really expensive. That seems up there even for this generation of games. Nope, that's not that line. And now the favorite part of the night, watch Jeff attempt to draw a straight line over and over and over again. Nope. Maybe this time. Almost. How about now? Actually, that was pretty good. I can live with that. They really saw the economy and said, we should make this super expensive. I'm curious what their development costs are. Like, if they feel like they have to try to recoup that, or if they're just like, we don't want to up the price later, so we're assuming that things are just going to continue to go bananas and price for it. That was not meant to be a Donkey Kong reference, but I guess it kind of worked out. It's like I'm listening to Zelda music and my background music talking about Nintendo. Yeah. What is... Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's turn the grid on so I can see what the actual horizontal is here. Nope, I don't want to snap to it though. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, I was surprised that the welcome tour like tutorial for the system itself and all the features was like a paid title. I'm like, what are you guys putting in here to make this worthwhile? Yeah, because even like with the Wii, essentially Wii Sports was the tutorial, and that came with it, right? And then with Wii U, they had Nintendo Land, which I think also came with it, most of the bundles. And then Switch didn't really have anything that was so obviously a tutorial, except they had like 1-2 Switch. But at least they kind of worked in a lot of more of the mini game aspect of it, so it felt a little bit less like just a tutorial. If I didn't own a Wii U, and I didn't get 1-2 Switch, but I followed it all. It's like, I don't know if that's weird. So yeah, it feels weird having something that like basically is like completely clearly labeled like this is a tutorial for this system. Now pay us money for it. That was a surprise. I guess I need to rewatch the trailer for that one because I was kind of pulled in a few different directions during that one, and I was like, well, there has to be more to it then if they're gonna pay money for it. Actually, this is a little bit further back, so I do want a smaller. I'm right on a line there for the guide. Just follow the straight line, Jeff. I mean, I could snap to it. Feels like cheating. There we go. Almost. Kind of. Why does that look... Yeah. And to be fair, some of their manual type games have been really fun. Like obviously Wii Sports. I thought 1-2 Switch, or I thought Wii Play was another one that kind of just had these little mini games that used a lot of the functionality, and I thought that was pretty cool. Any excuse for another fishing mini game. What games am I excited for? Well, obviously the Mario Kart. That's perennially a favorite. I'm really excited for, I think, what's yet to come. Like, I really love the GameCube Switch Online stuff. I think that's awesome. As I mentioned, that GameCube has a special place in my heart. I like the Donkey Kong game a lot. I didn't play a lot of Donkey Kong Country or any of the series, but when I saw the trailer, it looked like they took kind of the open worldness of Mario Odyssey and then threw in some of the like cute like animated flourishes that you see in like Mario Wonder over top of it, like with kicking back to kind of the original DK design. And I think it's going to be a really polished, fun game. Hey Frank, welcome on in. How was your stream earlier? Okie dokie. Alexa and I were just talking about the Switch 2 announcement yesterday. That seems pretty good. Okay. We also talked about people getting mauled by tigers. So really just the standard conversation topics. You know what? He may call some individuals old a lot who definitely aren't and don't deserve that. But yeah, Frank's fun to have around. He's always a welcome person to join chat. Oh my goodness. It's been a bit of a week. A bit of a full week. Busy. Not bad. Hurry up. Hurry up and what? Finish the art. I expect this done in 2 more minutes. What? Who are you, Ashley? Who is also sitting just right here. Sorry. Oh, Alexei, now you do. Yes, Frank? Your friend Aisha asked why I talk old. Oh no. What's my tell? I said he's not too old. Frank, that might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Ah, Frank, I appreciate that. I'm curious what the punchline of all this is, but I appreciate that. Why are both of their names spelled in a frustrating way? I mean, you know, I don't have a witty answer for this. I was really reaching for it, and I don't have a witty answer, but you know, it's unique, and it's not like that's a new thing or uncommon any longer today. Alexei says sorry for spelling your name wrong before. He realizes now that your name is spelled differently.
It is okay.
She says it's okay, Alexei. Don't worry about it. Ashley indeed is in charge. She is the chief executive officer of WagWorksGA. I guess I might be like chief creative officer. Basically, my job is to chase butterflies and draw things. That's what I do. Frank, I am literally drawing the comics right now in front of your eyes. Make sure Ashley doesn't let me do ASMR again. Once again, so sorry about that. Terrifying.
Should I take your mug away? Are you done with it?
Oh, my mug?
Would you like me to remove it?
Let me just finish this coffee.
Disabling the microphone.
It was more, I'm not gonna do it. I was more like I went like this with my fingernail on the
I think the silverware would do it.
pop guard. That's the air dry. Excuse me, that was loud. Let me just gulp. That's the ASMR tonight. I mean, some people are probably fine with that. Alright, thank you. I appreciate it. Good night. Alright, say goodnight, Dash. That's the AI drawing it. You genuinely dreamed of that sound? Don't they just call that a nightmare? Isn't that what that is? I don't even... Yeah. Good night, hashtag. That is certainly a new one. I don't think that's a winner. Well, Frank, if this is an AI drawing it, why doesn't it look like Studio Ghibli? You can feel her vibes of eye rolling. Yeah, I feel like you got a good sense on that one. That's probably, that's a pretty safe assumption. All right. So I'm not gonna just draw through my lines this time, and I'm actually gonna draw each segment on its own, because, you know, watching Jeff struggle to draw straight lines is content. It's good times. Maybe it's a good AI. I would never want to make Miyazaki cry. Or vomit. Honestly. Oop, tangent. Beep. So like, oh look, there's a new colored username in chat. I'm like, oh no, it's just me. It's my bot. It's cool. I can never use the Ghibli feature for the same reason. Yeah, Ghibli feature. Sorry. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, when a specific creator is very clearly like, this is terrible. Please don't. Ooh, you're a little chilly. It is not chilly here, as you can see. It's pretty comfy. You only used AI art once, and that's because you couldn't put a real person through it. Like, put a real person through drawing what you're talking about? Is that what? I'm curious what the meaning is. Gonna give you and your peeps a vacation? Except for old Joe. I've never actually seen Joe in a chat. I've only heard you talk of the legendary old Joe. Ask ChatGPT to combine every native animal to Saudi Arabia into one creature. What did that look like? I was not expecting that. I was very much not expecting that. Alright, chain links. Do I really need to draw this as detailed for like a tiny thing in the background? This is probably overkill. This is probably overkill. This is why things take so long. You don't have to block me, that's okay. Yeah, we're I think we're just WagWorksGA on Discord, honestly. Same as ever. One of these days, I'll start an actual Discord for the channel. Catch up with, you know, it's not even really the modern era, is it? It's like years ago. There we go. That's quicker and much less detailed. Dadix, how's it going? Good to see you in here tonight. Yeah, it was really fun watching you racing the other day. I'm famous today. Just today. This is my day. That's it. That's it. Just today. That's okay. I'll take it. My day in the spotlight. Yeah. Okay. That's as much time as I should be spending on something this tiny. I feel like that's half the fun of those like hyper realistic racing games though. Just the crashing. Alright, what kind of kid am I drawing here? I did not put any thought into this. There's like a thumb. Actually, if they're on this thing, maybe their hair will be kind of to the... Whee! That's really big hair. That's too much, Jeff. That's too much. Yeah. I mean, that's always been my strategy, but then again, maybe I also just have never been really good either. Cut that off there. Okay, that's okay. That's pretty alright. It's decent. It's acceptable. Yeah, I went through a phase where I liked like the more realistic racing style games like a bit, but it was not long lived. Mario Kart is about my speed. Mario Kart and one like obscure, well, not super obscure, but like Square Enix made like a Chocobo themed racer for PlayStation 1, and I got really into that one with my friends for a bit. But the kart racing is about my level of seriousness. But that doesn't mean the other ones aren't fun to watch. Again, it could just be, you know, skill issue on my part. Ooh, Sonic Riders. That's a good one too, yeah. I see what you're doing there, Frank. Also well played, but... Okay, time to play the figure out what I exactly sketched game. It's good times. Yes. Oh. I agree. I think there's something about just kind of power-ups and that kind of like taking a little bit of the reality out of it that just makes it a little more lighthearted and fun. It's like easier to get into. Whoa, Frank. Yay! Congratulations. Also, congratulations on getting your taxes in early enough to get the return. Okay, it's a little jank, but it's a kid in the background of a single panel, and so I'm pretty fine with it. Okay, I'll add a sound effects layer just because I like to keep that separated out a little bit. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, in theory, that was the most detailed background panel I had to draw, so it should be downhill from here, in the good way. You a banana. Nope, I do not want that as my reference layer. I meant to do this. There we go. What should you do with your riches? Honestly, at this point, bury them in the backyard. I have no idea. Things are more expensive these days, and they're continuing to get more expensive. She smeared a banana peel on your floor to see if it was actually slippery. Interestingly, I don't know if I've ever actually stepped on a banana peel. I mean, I'm assuming that when they're at least super ripe, they would be. Oop, that was the wrong layer. There we go. How was my lunch? It was good. It was a working lunch. Meaning I, just, ate at my work computer while I was doing stuff. Thursdays are busy. We have a graphic novel critique group at lunchtime. So I use my lunchtime for that, and then I stuff down food while working to make up for it. Oh wait, not today. You're talking about the other day when I came in during your stream? I mean, it was good. It's lunch with the family on those days, so attending to kids and all that. But I'm sorry, I missed you, Alexei. Brokenhearted. No, don't make Alexei cry. I guess that's very presumptuous of me to assume that you cried, but wouldn't want to make you sad. Were you there when I hopped in, or were you just like, did I just miss you? You sobbed hysterically. Ah, yes, just like me each day. There we go. 6? Is 6 good? Yeah, I think that's a good thickness. That's a good line. Wait. Just kidding, I lied. 8 is wonderful. Look at that, just perfect. There we go. Yeah, Frank is good. Good to chat with. Good with the banter, as they say. Actually, hold on. As he always does when you forsake our friendship. Oh, goodness. I did not mean to wound you, so... Okay, so that would have been, because that was like late morning going to noon Eastern time. Sorry, I'm like doing the math meme face right now. Trying to figure out what time that actually would have been for you. There, that would have been later. My streams have you so dramatic. Oh no. What? We usually strive for a drama-free environment over here. What? It should. I haven't tested it out thoroughly on that, but I think so. I mean, in a good way, as in I'm overreacting for fun. Okay. Yeah, it does. Excellent. Okay. Oh, that's funny. We're actually pretty similar right now. Yeah. At least in terms of temperature. Now, granted, yours is after like a whole overnight of cooling, whereas we're still cooling down. This is so cold. Yeah, I mean, you're about at your lowest temperature of the day, right? What was I doing? What was I doing? Okay. I don't know. I'm just going to say, with your sleep schedule, I do not know how you are still awake right now. It's incredible. I would likely be falling asleep mid-chat, typing incoherent randomness. I mean, that might already be what I do anyway, but you know, Frank, I was not trying to dodge your question actually about your riches, but also trying to think of a good answer for you. You did indeed ask a question. I know, sometimes you talk about cash flow running low, but I'm like, clearly you know how to stream. But you also mentioned that you really, at these days, basically just do it for fun or when people ask you to. I was a bit curious. why you didn't do that more. If I could. So no advice. Giving no advice is the same as giving bad advice. Is that right? Time to go on vacation to Florida. It's a place that people definitely go on vacation to. It's true. Alright, so because I swapped this last week, the hair's on a different side with the messy bigger part on there. Okay. Let me sleep in your car. Fun fact, when we bought we traded in our 2 vehicles from when Ashley and I were both, working, and I had to commute. And we got our van, just our 1 car van for our family. They, for some reason, they thought it would be a good selling point to mention to us that their coworker had been sleeping or taking naps in the car. I'm like, is this supposed to make me want to buy it? Sleep on my bed and I'll take the couch. So gentlemanly. We get paid so little we can sleep in our cars. Yeah, it was an interesting comment for them to make, an aside. So maybe they were trying to get us to not buy it because they wanted their friend to be able to continue his naps. Who knows? Wait, your desert trips? What does a desert trip entail exactly? I'm curious. That didn't quite work. Oh man, is this what I think it is? This music? Let's go on. Okay, yeah. This is the first Sephiroth final boss fight from 7, Final Fantasy 7. Alexei, I think you may have just sold Frank. Not quite. They still haven't replaced your S Pen? And this is just like after the first time when you're like, hey, and they're like, okay, yeah, we'll send you one. Calling in the Samsung boycott for Frank until they send him his S Pen. 10 weeks and 4 phone calls. Seriously. Come on. And that's a tangent. Okay. Okay, I gotta pick this up a little bit. So. Yeah, you were telling me about that. That's crazy. Like, so what happened? Little lesson in community management. Oh my gosh. Did they turn out to be like anti-goose? Is this making people really uncomfortable? Huh. Super obsessive. Alexia, I would say you are very likely in a pretty safe zone. You are, I mean, as the name states, quite respectful. And in general, a joy to have in chat. Yeah, that's a problem. As problematic would indeed suggest. Oh goodness. So the root is right there, so I don't have to draw the trunk. What is a ban letter? Like, is that something you send to Twitch? Oh, interesting. Yeah, Alex, I don't know. Sometimes things like that are very subjective to people. But in cases like that, I wouldn't imagine you have a lot to worry about. Granted, I'm not a large community expert, despite appearances. It's a courtesy to send to a community member. Oh, that's really nice. So, like, is that via like your Discord, or is that just like you send them like a whisper on Twitch? On Discord? Okay. You only ever got one person banned and you were sort of the reason they got banned? Oh goodness, we're spilling all the tea tonight. What happened? If you're comfortable sharing. You don't have to. That's fine. Right. Interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think we're definitely in an age where, like, things like neurodiversity, people are more, like, it's not as stigmatized, and even mental illness isn't quite as stigmatized, but that's an interesting approach. Right, that makes sense. Like, hey, this is intentional and this is why, and if you need help, here's where you can find it. Frank, we did have a bot in here earlier, I believe, but don't worry. As you always hope, I was very courteous to that. You found her on TikTok. Okay. Isn't that, like, in theory, about to be banned again temporarily? Maybe? Oh no. Oh no. It's one thing to insult me, but it's another to insult my dogs. That's unfortunate timing. But you guys seem to have gotten past it. No, she insta banned you. I mean, that makes sense, you know, internet being what it is. Still apologize for the ban, even though it's definitely my fault. Okay. That's a fun story. And too nice to bots. Again, gotta make sure they still like us, you know, when the robot takeover happens. That sounds like something that happened to me. Oh, you people who interact socially with others. Honestly, Frank, like, I think the little bit that I've chatted in your chat dwarfs pretty much the sum of all my chats in Twitch ever. I'm kind of a habitual lurker. It's kind of, and granted, usually I'm either at work or like doing dishes, so maybe that's kind of a good reason. But yeah, I'm working on building, building the socialization in there, being part of the community, is because it's fun. It's fun to watch. It looks like a great time. Okay, Alexei, that is unfortunate. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry if that laughter was disproportionately loud. That's oh, that's a good one. Oh. Okay, banning story. Oh man, story time is so fun with you guys. Okay. Panel 2 done. Yay. Oh, but I just need to get these guys onto the right layer. The stream is Far Cry. Okay. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys. I'm hanging in there as best I can. Okay. Oh man. Frank. Do not. I know you're teasing. But it reminds me of like the whole saying, like if someone badmouths like everyone else to you, you can generally assume that they badmouth you to other people. Like so after stream he doubled down on it and ranted on about how much he wow. But so I'm confused though. Like if they're the mods for his channel, why I mean, don't get me wrong, Alexa, you're like a very easy person to get along with. You're very respectful, you're kind, you're fun. Like I said, you're always welcome in chat here, but yeah, I'm surprised someone would like kind of go off on all their own mods like that. Okay, I'm trying to pick up the pace here because if I can at least just lay down 1 pixel of color today, then my stream title won't be wrong. Gotta do it. Gotta start getting the colors in. Oh, the friend hates the mods. The friend of the person you mod for hates the other mods for the person you mod for channel. Gotcha. Give Grandpa a I mean, if you can be more coherent than me at 5 a.m. when it's 5 a.m. for you staying up all night and it's just like, what, 11:30 here? That's impressive. Good job. Good job to you. Just ask me questions if I'm incoherent. 6 a.m. Yes. Ah, yes, that is how time works. I think I knew that at some point in time. But forgot it, apparently. Yeah, that's... Huh, that's a lot. That's a lot to process there. The Frank knows all. Oh no. Oh my gosh. That is not taking a hint. Holy cow. Yeah, I mean, I think it's good bringing it to someone else's awareness too, just so there's the confirmation. That's a lot. Like, I'm sorry you had to go through that. That's like abusive behavior, right? Wow. I mean, If it turned out that someone that I was like a friend with like treated people that way, I wouldn't be cool with that either, you know? But you said before the story that like you were kind of the reason, but you were not the reason. That was their behavior that got them their consequences. Just to be clear, like you may have taken the action to like bring it to people's attention, but like he did the things, man. That's not okay for him. Can't wait to meet Alexi's evil twin that disrespectfully simps. I don't know. I think some people see that as like a fun dynamic for you, for friends or romantically, like the kind of teasing and that kind of thing. I don't know. Some people prefer to have like a bit of a contentious dynamic in their relationships and friendships. Just talk about how edible the table texture is. Oh, I love it. That's awesome. Alright, so again, that comes up to about chest level for him. That is not a straight line. So I'm figuring I'm going to do the cloud and the sound effect on a separate layer, so I might as well just draw in behind it anyway. Actually, I think this might need to go further. Daisy, hey! Good to see you. Also a valid point, 100%. Hello. I don't really know the best way to reply to that, so just gonna go with hello. It's good. It's good. Probably there. I think there's good. I mean, most of that's gonna be covered up, but just in case. Okay. We have the trash can graphic on here. Always good to see you, even if you're just popping in to say hey real quick. I love the idea that that's probably just the parting words. Good times. Good times. Tangents. Tangents everywhere. What am I doing? Why does the temperature have to get so hot so fast? I mean, because the Earth is tilted and the sun is real powerful. So as we've now passed that, you know, I'm sure that was probably more of a rhetorical question, but Kentucky, Namibia. Yeah, I mean, so what? We're in spring now. You've got a lot more of the stronger frontal systems coming in. So if you get a warm front pushing up, you can get trapped in that heat and humidity. Yeah, I mean, we're also, again, the sun is getting more of the day to do its job heating. It ramps up quickly. I mean, we just passed the equinox not too long ago, so yeah. I mean, it's been hot here in Florida for a while, although probably not as hot as it is for you, Alexei. The sun is a deadly laser. I mean, not quite. You know what sucks, though, is getting sunburn on the top of your feet. That's miserable. Don't do that if you can avoid it. I have done that, and also my knees. I'm one of those crazy Florida people. Nope, I'm the only one here. The only crazy one here. And it's funny because, you know, I grew up in a much colder place. Why does the banana have a rash? Wait, where? I wrestle alligators for sport. What? Yeah. Well, one, I was just trying to kind of project out where the text would be on the trash side. But then I'm also like, well, a lot of that, what would make it look like rash, is covered up by the sound effect bubble, so it won't read that way. It'll just be like R and part of an A. So I think it's okay, but if it's a bit too distracting in the final product, I can always change it. Honestly, though, when you first asked that, I totally forgot that I had noticed that it just said rash where I wrote that, and I was like, wait, what's wrong with the banana drawing? It's blushing. Blushing bananas. Great googly moogly. So sleepy, imagine a rash. No sleep. Well, I mean, sleep if you know, for your well-being. Always. I mean, I'm happy to have everybody here, but not at detriment to their health or mental well-being. That's my only condition. You gots to take care of yourselves too. Uh-huh. Yeah, we'll knock that down a little bit. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I typed out so much cringe, then decided the world was better off without it and deleted it. I know the feeling. All right, can I do it? Can I finish inks and actually lay down a little bit of color so my stream title isn't a lie tonight? Maybe. We'll see. Such a calming presence. Jeff's streams are always a lie. I'm not actually here. In fact, none of this is real. I did play around. Frank, I don't know if you have any interest in doing a ping tuber type of situation. I did actually play around with some software. It's actually for something we want to do for Core Toons. But I may add some, I don't know, alternative, different streams where I do like a ping tuber. I don't know if I really want to do that yet. I'm fine being on camera for the most part. Jeff ping tuber. Hold on. Let me, if there's time, after I finish inking, maybe I'll show you it's a test. It's not actually any kind of finished thing. If I did a ping tuber, I would do it differently. This was just like me getting like a little bit of information about like, okay, what are different options for doing this? One nickel per hour to be a sock puppeteer. I mean, that's value. That's incredible value, Alexei. I would absolutely take you up on that. But you only get the nickel after 30 days probation. I like how somehow this bad deal got even worse. Okay. Frank, really he is. That escalated quickly, Frank. Nope. do love this track. Wait, what? Rye just did a sock puppet on stream right now? Are you kidding me? That's amazing. That's amazing. How did this happen? How did this happen? And I'm taking a look right this second. Oh my gosh, what? That's incredible. By the way, Alexei, Rye is great, so you will not regret the follow. I love it. I love it. Anyway, I need to finish this. That's incredible. How did we manifested it? Is that what we did? Yep, that is not a straight line. I mean, there we go. That's better. It's better. You mentioned sock puppets because you and Rye talked about doing a morning show with sock puppets. Please do this. Frank, please make this happen. This is what my morning needs, is Frank and Rye doing a morning sock puppet show. I don't know what more you can ask for. Action Frank needs the sock puppet. I can see that. Okay, maybe I need to get this a little bit tighter so I can fit the whole thing in before Corey's arm. There we go. Close enough, eh? Okay. I would definitely watch Action Frank News as well. Fun fact, the Core Toons logo is an apple core with a worm coming out of it. Which doesn't sound like a very appealing thing, but it's really well done and cute, and I like it. Alexei, that's fine. Rye's cool. I think you're always encouraged to check out other cool streamers too. So there's a no backseating art rule. Well, too bad. Just draw better. I mean, it's there in case it ever needs to be there, right? Like, there's lots of well-intentioned people, but sometimes there's less well-intentioned people. Or sometimes there's good-intentioned people with no sense of boundaries or propriety. And that's hard too. Just draw better. I'm always working on that. I always draw more gooder. It is fun though to look back a little bit and see how much I've grown. Be better. Be a great grandpa. I am not an actual grandpa. I'm sorry. It's been a lie this whole time. I am a mere father. I'm not ready to be a grandparent. And that's cool because I've got some time. In like 20 years, you'll be ready because of me. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Grandpa, you're old. You're old. Thanks, Frank, for teaching me how to respond appropriately in that situation. It's good times. It's good times. I like how in this comic, I apparently decided that just every tree needs to have exactly 2 branches. No more, no less. Just 2. Just 2. Alright. Alright, we're doing okay. We can do this. I got 6 whole minutes. Oh, Frank, are we doing art share tonight as well? You got anything? Over grandparent. No art share? Okay. Sure, yeah. I like emotes. Who doesn't like a good emote? I don't know why I said it like that. That was weird. That was weird to me. Reference layer. Boom. Just like that, we got some inks going on. Waggy Wagalord, sorry, please accept my friend request on Discord. Oh, yes. I will do that probably after stream, as when I open up Discord during stream, it temporarily blares my headphones to a ridiculous level where it almost blows out my eardrums, and I'm not quite ready for that. But I will gladly do so after stream, if that's cool, which is not too very long now. Okay, I can start laying down some code. Look at this. Look at this. We did it. Just applause all around. Color lay down. Stream title not lie. Truly delivered. Yep. Look at that. Colors down. I'm interested, but also simultaneously a little terrified. I mean, I guess you gotta fit if you're creating a in a unique chimera type creature. You gotta fit that snake in somewhere. That didn't come out right. That didn't come out right. Walked right into that one. I'm not an actual grandpa. I feel like I need to now start putting that disclaimer in. I should like put that in my tiles whenever I actually do my tiles. Like, warning, not actual grandpa. Don't at me. Okay, it's been storied. All right. Well, we got colors down a little bit. A little bit, in a matter of speaking. Let's check it out. I could just talk like this for the whole rest of stream. Yeah. Would that be great for everybody? Yeah. Pausing it. Yeah. Okay. Let's... Yeah, I should clean up this OBS scene at some point. Now is not really an optimal time, but I should do it at some point in time. I really should. Okay. Let me just capture that there. Instagram. Oh, this is the one you were demonstrating a little bit of how you came up with the Fox stuff. On stream last week? Was that last week? I think that was last week. What is happening? Oh. That's not what I wanted at all. Just a moment. That feeling when you accidentally resize your camera feed instead of your, window that you captured. No? Maybe? Okay, we're not gonna do that. All right. All right, is this what we're gonna do now? Cool. All right, technical difficulties. Where did that go? All right, well that's cool. I resized the wrong thing and now it doesn't want to bring it in. So give me a second. Poor Jeff OBS. I love that. Just a friendly wave on over to everybody. OBS is like, Jeff, how many Instagram window captures are you gonna stack here? Just clean it up. Yep. Alright, we're gonna try this, and then we're gonna try... There we go, that was fascinating. It's like it was there, but OBS didn't want to show it was there. So that's a new one for me. But we got it. We got it. All right. Without further ado, here's Frank's emotes that he was telling me about, telling us all about. You wanted to go on a walk? Whee! I don't really know what I'm doing. It's a good time. No, I did it. I got colors down. I met my goal. My stream title was not a lie. I'm happy. I'm happy with it. Oof, I like these, Frank. These are looking good. Beep. Is that the fox in, like, it's in a Stitch costume, right? With Scrumph? That's the name of the doll, right? I like it. That might be my favorite. Although the facepalm is honestly pretty great. Nice. I mean, it looks good. Like I didn't think twice about it. Like, oh, what's that? Oh, that makes me a little sad about that. So Frank, what resolution, what canvas size do you usually use for emotes? I had looked up a little bit on Twitch on it, but I hadn't gotten too far. Seeing as that I can't really use them right now anyway. But yeah, these look great. This is art share. This counts as art share. I like it. Just do 1,000 by 1,000 usually. Beep. Such a PSP vibe. It's a good one, especially for a fox. It just feels like the right vibe for a fox. Oh gosh. Oh, that would be fun. Bum. Mm-hmm. Okay, so all right, you guys ready for this, to see what the test that I was playing around with? Because I don't think it's kind of fun. I'm just kind of slapping it on top of my my art overlay, but like, okay. So this is just a total test I did. It was surprisingly quick to throw this one together. It's not probably what I would do if I was gonna actually do a ping tuber, but it's not bad. Yeah, here I'm literally beside myself. Yeah, it was kind of fun. It was fun to do. Oh no, I didn't make this just now. But so have you heard of VietoTube Mini? It's really lightweight. You just basically make four images. Yeah, Frank, you know I'm not that fast. Come on. Yeah, so you just make 4 images. Or you can do it with as few as 2. So with combinations of open mouth, open eyes, and closed eyes. And then you can set kind of the animations. I've just done a Scooby-Doo on you. Wait a minute, it's old man Jeff. Yeah, no. Yeah, at any rate, yeah, it was super easy. Yeah, it was good times. It's fun experimenting around with it. I don't know. I wanted to share and play. The colors are a little bit off because I'm chroma keying it. I have to capture the window, and the window capture, I probably could adjust that a little bit, but what is happening right now? Yeah, like it's a little hard to get it exactly right, and it kind of takes away the tone of the shirt because I did a little bit more of an aqua, but also the hair I think might be a little slightly transparent. Jeff face reveal. You guys, I made it. I finally made it. Anyway, it was a fun experiment this week. Oh yeah, you can see the shirt is a little scandalously see-through. You can see my hand going, woo, that's creepy. It's good times, good times. Anyway, it was a fun experiment, and he's a cartoon. That's why his art is at such a pace. Respectfully, of course, but anyway, it's fun. It's a good time. Jeff's a ghost. That's how old I really am. I've been around for hundreds of your years. Your years, not your ears. Oh gosh, it's that time. It's that time of night again. No other finger works, just the pinky. Absolutely. But yeah, anyway, it's fun. That's VietoTube Mini. It's really easy to set up. Well, I will. I was gonna do announcements first, you know. Frank's just like, all right, let's do this. Let's go. Come on. Time to wrap it up, old man. Yeah, Frank has very thoughtfully no ASMR. Yes, I do again apologize. I mean, it makes me laugh to think about, but I don't intend to subject you to that again. Oh yeah, because it's Friday for you. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah. So yeah, guys, it's that's where you can find us. We're WagWorksGA. Oh my gosh, we are WagWorksGA on pretty much all the social medias. Yeah, I stream Fridays in Saudi Arabia. I stream Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern time here in the States. Usually it's a couple hour stream. It's good times. You can always catch, if you missed anything, the VODs I keep up here on Twitch, and we also post them to YouTube. Thanks to Ashley for doing that, because I'm terrible at remembering to do it. And if you are watching the VOD, go ahead and if you like what you saw, drop a follow over on Twitch or subscribe over on YouTube. Leave a like, leave a comment, anything really. I'd love to know if you're enjoying it. And thank you for letting me share this all with you guys. So yeah, I think that's it. Alexei, Frank, thanks for hanging out in the chat. It's been great. It's always fun. I'm so glad you could make it. Alexei, get some sleep, please. Please take care of yourself. And yeah, Frank, thanks. I will try to catch you the next time you stream. and I will type in old man voice for you. It'll be good. Yeah, that's it. No other big announcements. If there's any other streams coming up before next Thursday, I'll try to put something up on our Instagram. Otherwise, we're entering an interesting month or so where I'm going to be trying some stuff, so you may see some surprise streams pop up. They're not meant to be sneaky. I just have no real great ability to plan. So, the respectfulest of respectful goodbyes. Yes, likewise to you, Alexi. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, anyone, even if you're just lurking. I appreciate you being here. So yeah, that's it, guys. Have a good night. Have a good week, and see y'all next time. Bye.